The day was July 12th, 2019, the day that began the transition of something pitiful to something incredible. Let's just hold on a minute and go back to that day this all began. 376 days ago at the time of recording this video, back to July 12th, 2019. In this video I want to go over this whole base and everything it contained, but a full base tour wouldn't be complete without its history. So anyway, let's start back at my old base. This base was what you would typically expect from a starter island. It got its job done except for one problem. It looked like trash, so my brother and I began brainstorming on what could be a good base design for us to start over and rebuild from. I had recently seen a screenshot from the Hypixel admin Jay Varman's base and really liked the idea of a large structure in the middle of the island. And then it clicked. You guys know what build has a large structure in the middle of it? What if we built the old Mineplex island? Okay. We thought that building the old Mineplex spawn island would be great for 3 reasons. As far as we know, no one has ever done this before. The base would look incredible after it was done. And thirdly, it's a replica of a build from Hypixel's once largest competitor, Mineplex. I'm going to be honest here, number 3 was the main reason we decided to do this, meaning we spent almost a year on a building project because we thought it would be funny. On an unrelated note, sorry for not uploading guys, and so it began. This is the actual footage of us beginning to transform the base from what we had into the Mineplex spawn island. Fast forward a few weeks and this is what we had. Unfortunately, this is also where we encountered our largest issue. School. I had just entered my junior year of high school and started taking 4 AP classes, severely halting any progress I was going to make on this base. My brother, on the other hand, had a lot more free time but spent it all playing the game Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm not kidding when I say that. And so, for months, the base's progress came to a halt. Don't get me wrong, we were still making some progress as we had minions down to make us money, but actual building progress had all but stopped. Winter break, 2019. This was the first time we were actually able to sit down and get some work done in months, and by the end of it, this is what the base looked like. At this time I thought we were making good progress, but boy was I wrong. Very, very wrong. During the spring the progress followed mostly the same trend as in the fall. But then, it happened. The lockdown. Now, I'm not going to make the whole situation with the virus in the United States sound like a good thing at all. If anything, it's worse right now than it was in March. But if there's one good thing that came out of it, things on this base got done. From this point, my brother and I were able to make great progress on the base over the months, from the full-width farms to the surrounding islands, and yes, at long last, to the tree. Now, with that out of the way, I think it would be appropriate for me to give you a formal tour of this massive project. One of the main goals of this project was to instill a sense of nostalgia for a lot of people visiting the island. If you didn't know, this was a build that was on Mineplex in 2014, 6 years ago. When you walk in, you'll be surrounded by the same things that those who played on Mineplex 6 years ago were. Unfortunately, I was able to acquire any actual portal blocks, but hey, if any admins are watching this, wanna help? This main island at the center of the base has a lot of detail put into it, which you can see the more you look at it, I think. This includes an attached mine, an entire portal system, and even a secret room inside of the main tree. Looking outside from the main island, however, you can see that we didn't just stop with the central island. We built to the border limits, creating multiple smaller islands included in the old Mineplex spawn on the way. Unfortunately, this led to multiple of these islands being cut off. Some of you may remember this being the island for the desert parkour, which can unfortunately not be built due to the border limits. I honestly think it would be great if Hypixel could expand the world borders on each Skyblock island because of this, but if server space reasons prevent doing so, it's sadly understandable. Regardless, if you look down, you'll see an absolute block of farms down below. I really like the idea of being able to simply go down and collect a farming material if I needed it, and thus have built 6 different layers of farms. These include the crops of pumpkins, melons, sugarcane, potatoes, and cocoa beans. But no good base would be complete without space for storage and minions. Thankfully, we had a lot of that due to the sheer amount of space the bottom of this main island took up. You may be wondering why this teleport pad is directed towards an area called the cul-de-sac. Well, yeah, don't get me wrong, I was just as confused as you all right now, but when my brother suggested building a neighborhood to act as a storage system, who am I to say no? And thus, these 3 homes were built, containing every possible material that we could ever use. We didn't stop there either, building an area we called the Harambe Creek to store all of our fishing materials. The last thing I'd like to point out is something that some of you may have noticed in the cinematic shots. this Japanese bridge here, dubbed the Horse Bridge. Now, honestly, my brother and I did not plan on building this bridge in the slightest, but a certain college student with a default Alex skin convinced us otherwise. The thing with this base is that I've tried keeping it as much as a secret as possible while still was in development. In total, I'd say only around 15 people knew about this project, and less than 10 were able to see it in person. One of them was this man right here, Horace the Local. As I was giving Horace a base tour one day, he wouldn't accept any of the flying soup I wanted to give him, and instead of simply flying over this ravine to see the minion mob grinder, he chose to walk through it, convincing my brother to make this bridge so people without flight could easily traverse the base. Honestly though, I don't know why it was so hard for this man to just take my soup. I had made some just for that purpose, and he didn't take it because it was too long. It was already made and cost like 15 coins. It was so easy to just right click on it. He didn't. I had to wait so long for him to walk over the stupid hole, made me want to pull my hair out. I need to calm down. With that being said, the base became complete. If you want to get a good view of this tree here, I've set up 2 launch pads to shoot you up as high in the air as possible. Just make sure you're looking down when you step on it so it shoots you straight up instead of a different direction. But with that, my year-long project is finally complete. Would I say that spending all of this time building one island was worth it? Yes, but I definitely could have spent my time doing better things. With this project done, I may be able to spend some more time making more videos, but with senior year approaching and the many responsibilities that come with it, I don't want to make any strong promises. I just wanted to build something in Skyblock the community can enjoy. On that note, my island is done being on lockdown, and everyone watching can visit it by doing /visit PinkMew. Thank you for sticking with me all of this time, everyone, and it warms my heart that people still care about this channel. I'll see you in the next video. Wait a minute. What do you mean they added island size upgrades?